Hello there, and welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution 3 Ancient Adventures, which is my sandbox park in Jurassic World Evolution 3. So, here we got a little bit of a speed build for the starting of our China section. I'm not entirely sold on keeping it a China section yet. I have split it off into an Asian section, and the plan is to go, you go down here, where the Guanalong is, then you can take two more routes, which will split you into China or Mongolia, because those are the only Asian dig sites we have, unless you want to include the parts of, like, Western Russia. No, Eastern Russia. But that's not really going to be included here. So, I'm not entirely sold on keeping it China purely. I might just make this the entire Asian section, but I'm not too sure. So, I forgot to record the entire first half, or basically all of the landscaping. So there's that, or there isn't that, because I forgot to record it. I wanted to build I want to try and build some custom buildings and that, obviously. But I hate building buildings, and I think this turned out okay, my custom viewing platform. I think it turned out okay. I think I could have done a better job with it, but, I'm pretty happy with it. So what's in here? Well, I've got Sinoceratops, Gigantospinosaurus, and Archaeornithomimus. I'm not entirely sure whether it is going to stay Gigantospinosaurus, though. By the time that this comes out, I might have swapped it over to Chunkingosaurus, in case Chunkingosaurus is bigger, because it's kind of small in here. Like, it's kind of small, and I don't really like how it just gets faded away. But, I don't know, if it's not going to change much, I won't change it and just leave it like that. But yeah, the entire main landscaping was just cut, so yes. The plan with this one was to kind of take a little bit of inspiration from, real life zoos. So Sinoceratops and Gigantospinosaurus are meant to represent, like, some hoof stock, zebras or rhinos or gazelles or something like that. And the Archaeornithomimus are meant to represent ostriches, sort of keeping that theme there. Yeah, see, I'm looking at this one, and I'm like, why does my one look so crap? And then it had some things on the top, so I gave mine some things on the top. A little bit of detail where it's cut there. Yeah, again, trying to work out why theirs looks so much better than mine does, because buildings, I'm just not great at. It's just a fact. I'm not great at buildings. Support structures, because, I don't know, the other ones had support structures, so they might give it some detail. I think that definitely helped. Again, I'm still not entirely sold on it, but hey, it did help. I don't really know what the plans are beyond this. Again, I'm literally making this entire thing up as I go. I'm kind of want to go back to the start of the zoo, start of the park, and focus on building a little bit more of just upping the entrance, because from the Psittacosaurus habitat, you kind of just go to China, or to Asia, and yeah, I like that idea. Oh, excuse me, I yawn so much in these videos, it must be absolutely unbearable for everyone. But I want to focus on building a proper guest area first, and then kind of working from there. But what I didn't really plan that well is I've started the park right in the corner of the map. So I can't expand left, which is definitely a problem, because I just lose so much room there. So I don't really know how I'm going to work around that, because you feel like the entrance of a park should be in the center of it, instead of just having to move right the entire time. Obviously I'll work around it, but, like, Just noticed that was going to be a little bit of an annoyance there. I wanted to put an emergency shelter in this area as well, because there isn't one yet, so if something goes wrong, I want people to have somewhere to go. But yeah, I want to go back to that entrance. But I really don't want to build a bunch of guest buildings. I don't want to, I want to make, this sort of restaurant strip, especially seen in Jurassic World. But I don't really want to make, 4 or 5 custom restaurants, 4 or 5 custom gift shops, 4 or 5 custom drink shops. I don't want to make, 2 different bathrooms that, So I'm thinking about just going onto the workshop and taking some of those amenities and I guess doing that instead, because be yawning again. Hopefully I can get used to talking for this long and it'll stop, but I really don't want to build amenities again and again and again and again and again and again. It's going to get super boring and I'm just going to feel super demotivated having to do it, and it's going to lead to probably the park not continuing. So I don't want that to happen. I don't want to get, burnt out or whatever by doing that. So that's probably what's going to happen. I'll still build some custom buildings. I might make 1 or 2 every now and again, guest facilities or whatever. But for the most part, I might just not. Even here, I could have just taken the viewing platform, the more wooden brown looking one, plocked that one here and then changed the colors a bit, gave it this little platform round thing that I have, and then I probably would have been much happier with it. But I don't know. I do want to use the modular building system, but I also don't want to, get burnt out by it, because yeah. Again, it's really cool. I like it. We're going to have so much fun with it, but I just need to get better at building and that as well. Just, fair. Tried something there with a pillar. It didn't work. Interiors. I'm not going to do a single interior. That's a fact. I don't think I have done one yet. I've done 1 interior on the entrance building. I'm not going to do interiors. 1, what purpose does it... especially in this game, where the camera doesn't even let you go through... it just... No. I'm not doing interiors. You want me to go in there and make... No. I'm not. So that's going to save me a lot of time now. That also includes backstage areas. Mainly because, A, the camera doesn't really work that well. There's not a lot of pieces in the game that really work that well. Not for the backstage stuff, but for more the staff backstage stuff. The more general stuff, like shelves. There's not really a lot of great pieces. We don't have a lot of wood options, stuff like that. Yeah, so that's just that. Is what it is. But I don't really want to build that. And if I have to build that over and over and over and over and over again, I'm going to get really burnt out really quickly. I do want to do some indoor habitats. There will be at least 2 interiors done throughout the park. Because particularly, I think it's Oviraptor is my first one, and I can't remember what my second one was, but I know at the very least I want to do an indoor habitat for Oviraptor, this nice building, this little bit of nocturnal house or whatever, for the Oviraptor. I know I want that at the minimum, so there will be an interior done at some point. But yeah, that'll probably be soon, because Oviraptor's from Asia, and I might put it in this little Asian section there. But yes, as always, all of the dinosaurs need name suggestions. None of the dinosaurs in the park currently have a name, because I haven't gotten any name suggestions. So again, you can leave name suggestions for any dinosaur in the entire park. You can leave name suggestions for future dinosaurs if you really want. Obviously there won't be every species in the entire game in here. I would like for that to happen, but I just don't think my game will be able to, or my computer will be able to sustain that. So, yeah. But again, you know, name suggestions, I would love them because I want that engagement thing. I put a little mud pool there because it kind of felt appropriate for Sinoceratops. I feel like they'd wallow in it, whatever. Took inspiration from my local zoo. Actually, has rhinos in their big safari tour, and they have this little mud pit that, you know, they've got a couple of mud pits where these white rhinos can go in there and they can chill out. So that was kind of the inspiration there. Obviously, it's not as flourish there, so I put some dead stuff there. And again, Sinoceratops kind of reminded me of rhinos, sort of elephants, so they kind of would, you know, bowl over these trees and whatever if they saw them there. Putting viewing gallery, so I don't have to make another one, so I can just copy paste it. Yes, starting the backstage, I did want a massive shed. I do make a massive shed for them to go sleep in or whatever. They can get inside. They do not use it at all. I think I make it way bigger than that. Do I? I think it's way bigger than that. Anyway, yeah, I do make this sort of indoor shed interior sort of thing for them. So, yeah, because I don't know. They, you know, animals like this, they have their massive shed, and, you know, there's a lot of them, so they'd go back in there, they go there to sleep. Detail work, texture work, something like that, panels and whatnot, I don't know. I'm actually really happy with this. I feel like when you start to build bigger, it's really hard to keep the same level of detail, but I'm quite happy with how this looks externally. Like, externally, I'm quite happy with it. The surrounding area, not so much. It's very thrown together because I just wanted the staff area done. Again, they're boring for me. They're really boring. It's just a lot of building. I didn't like doing them in Planet Zoo. I don't like doing them in this game. They're so boring. I'm absolutely going to go copy and paste my staff buildings from the other side and put them over here. Like, absolutely. Because, you know, there should be a staff area here. I could not do it, but there should be a staff area here, especially if this is going to be a big section of the zoo park. There should be a staff area here. That's probably me done talking. Looking at this, I've been talking for almost 13 minutes. So I will head off for now. I will see you guys at the end once I have gone in and, you know, given the little tour. I have made some changes, fixed up a couple of things that just weren't really done. Maybe swapped out Gigantospinosaurus, I'm not too sure. But I'll see you then. For now, enjoy the speed build with some music. So here we are at the start of the little section. As you can see, the lakeside restaurant's over there that we built in the last episode. And up here is going to be our little area. Here is meant to be Mongolia. Again, I'm not sure that might change. As you can see, I've gone through with a bunch of the fences, put them all in now so that it looks a little bit more proper. And come up here. We've got this little area, which, I don't know, I just kind of like. It's kind of a cool little viewing area there. So they never come up here, so you can never see them from here, but it's fine. But you can see them there. Obviously, you're meant to come up here and see them. A little peek of the viewing here, and then this is the main one. Kind of get an alright view of the mud wallow there. You can just see the male in the back there. But this is, I wanted a little, there's the shelter, I wanted a little VIP area, so, you know, some zoos have, like, exclusive tours or whatever that, you know, VIP guests can access or whatever, so I figured that's what I do here. This building still needs to be done, but if you go in here, here you are.
Simply touch the area of the screen displaying the appropriate icon.
Let's go over here, someone inside him. There you go, you can see the male there, with his beautiful girls. Still inside someone. They're socializing. You see, oh, you can see an Archie there. A Giganto. Yeah, there's that. Is it gonna let me down here? Nope. Come back around. Come on. Yeah. Oh my god, I can't get back onto the path. Okay, fine. Stupid. Little restaurant here or something. I don't know. I thought this little path was cute. You know, you can walk around here, have a bit of a chill, blends it together a bit better. And you come in here, and you can get an aerial view. There's the shed over there, the backstage. I'm a big fan of how this habitat, you know, kind of turned out, because there's just a lot of different views. Like, there's 4 different main views. You've got the internal viewing gallery, you've got this side here, up there in the viewing gallery, and then you've got down here. You can, you know, 4 different height elevations, because that's sat lower than up here. This is a bit taller or whatever. Really tall there. Like, I really like it, because it's just a really cool habitat, and like it feels really natural, and I like it a lot. It's gonna let me have a little peek in here, but I don't think anybody's in there because they never are. Here's the staff area. It's kind of bland because I just hate doing them, but you know, it's fine. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Have our beautiful Sinoceratops here. The females are still a little bit ugly, but I'm getting over it slowly. A couple of Archaeornithomimus in here. Here he is. Hopefully we can get some babies eventually. Find a Giganto. Hello. Look at you, precious. Look at you. There's somebody down here. So pretty. So pretty. But yeah, that's basically that. Oh yeah, that's right, mouse doesn't work after that. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little build, and I'll see you in the next one.